It's day 121 of the project, and today I'm bringing you a much hyped fragrance from the house of Montale. This is called Intense Cafe, and it gets plenty of good things said about it within the fragrance community, but there's one thing that nobody seems to mention about this one. There's two words that describe this fragrance to perfection, and to find out what those two words are, stick around for the next 8 minutes or so and you'll find out. Welcome to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul, and this is day 121 of my Fragrance 365 project, where it's the fragrance that's the star of the show. So today's featured scent is called Intense Cafe, and this is from the house of Montale. It was launched in 2013 and created by the man himself, Pierre Montale. It's described as a unisex amber floral fragrance, and I picked this one up on the Notino website for £93 for this 100ml bottle size. The one thing that stops me buying Montale fragrances that often is that there just seems to be literally hundreds of them, and they've all got similar names, and like at nearly £100 a pop, it's a bit overwhelming to choose the right one. But this one seems to rank pretty highly on most top 10 Montale fragrance lists, so that's why I chose this particular one to review today. Yeah, so into the presentation, and all the Montale and the Mancera fragrances that I've ever owned have always come in a gold metallic box like this one, and the only difference between them all is this little sticker at the bottom here, which varies in colour just depending on which fragrance that you buy. On the front we've got the name of the house and the name of the fragrance. We've also got the bottle size there, and it's printed in black on the bottom. On the back there's some more product information, including the size and the perfume concentration, which in this case is an eau de parfum. And underneath there's a really useful sticker that says "Don't spray it in your eyes." Damn, I was just about to pick up the bottle and spray it directly into my pupils as well then, but thank you for this sticker for telling me not to do that. Yeah, so inside the box, the fragrance comes wrapped in this really snazzy little pouch, and that one's got a drawstring top. And instead of being a glass bottle, the Montale fragrances come in a lightweight aluminium container and feature this little pin at the top, which also features the Montale logo. But this can get pretty annoying after a time when it's ting-ting-tinging outside of the bottle, so I'll just remove it for the remainder of this review, because it's going to drive everybody bonkers. So the first time I bought a fragrance from this brand on eBay, I thought I'd been ripped off, and I'd bought a fake, because the bottle seems to be only half full when you buy it brand new, and you can hear all the juice rattling about. But that's just how Montale fragrances are, so don't worry if you pick up one of these and you can hear all the fragrance splashing about inside. So the Intense Cafe comes in a dark purple colourway with gold accents, and every Montale fragrance has a really nice spray job and comes in lots of bright and vibrant colours, so they look great when they're all lined up together on a display shelf. I'll give this one just a quick spray, and then I'll let you know what this one smells like. Yeah, so the top notes in this one are floral notes and coffee. In the base there's rose and vanilla, and in the base there's white musk and amber. This opens up with a mild coffee note, and it's sweetened slightly by the vanilla. But then you're met quickly with a strong presence of rose, which I would say is definitely the most dominant note in this fragrance. So I teased you in the opening to this video with two words to describe how this one smells, and I think those two words are Turkish delight. I don't think anyone else has mentioned this, and it might just be me getting high off the fragrance fumes in this small room, but to me it's just like a Turkish delight wrapped in a thin layer of milk chocolate, because you do get that faint cocoa and the vanilla producing a chocolate like sweetness, and then the thick rose coming through and just taking over. The rose note in fragrances is one that not everyone enjoys, and it's one that I personally don't usually enjoy because it can come off smelling a little bit like an old lady's handbag. But I'm glad to say that this one is done really well, and it's blended with the sweet base notes, and it really makes for a comforting and smooth scent that's actually quite addictive and enjoyable. I would have liked it even more if the coffee note had stayed around a little longer and was just a touch more prominent, because this to me does lean a little bit too feminine for my own personal taste. The rose note does fade in the far dry down, and you are left with a semi-sweet musk, and I would say that this turns into a very nice and pleasant skin scent, but that rose note does stay throughout. This is a really nice fragrance to wear outdoors in a cool or even a very cold day. It's got a very nice calm and relaxing scent profile, so it shines when you're in a relaxed casual setting. It's not something I'd wear on a night out, and I think it's one of those fragrances that may divide people's opinions, so maybe not the safest choice to wear in the office as a work scent or anywhere where it's very enclosed. As I mentioned earlier, this does lean a little bit feminine for my own personal taste, and in my opinion it would be probably best suited to someone over the age of 30, and I certainly don't see any young guys choosing to wear this one. Yeah, every Montale fragrance that I've ever tested has had monstrous performance, and this one is no different. Expect to get 10 hours plus with ease out of this one with a really solid projection. So if you do decide to wear this as a work fragrance, I'd say definitely go easy on the sprayer. A couple of sprays of this is more than enough to get you through the day. It's definitely going to get you noticed, and you'll get plenty of compliments for people who like it, but it will also irritate a few people too, so I expect that. Yeah, if you do enjoy rose heavy fragrances, then I'm in no doubt that you'll absolutely love this one. It's beautifully blended and has a lovely smooth and creamy base. However, I'm not the biggest fan of the rose note personally, so it's just difficult for me to get too enthusiastic about this one. Not everyone is going to like this, so I'd say definitely try before you go ahead and start handing over your debit card. The performance, however, is excellent, and the presentation is really cool and quirky, but it's just not something I could see myself wearing too often, so for that reason it gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, so once again, that's about it for today's Scent of the Day. Coming up very soon, we have got another retro classic, and I'll be comparing it against its other flanker. So you're getting two for the price of one in that video. And also, there's another perfume parlour haul. I'm going to be doing now a weekly rundown of my perfume parlour purchases. So I've got a haul of 9 bottles as well that I'm working on. So that'll be coming up very soon. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It's also great to hear your opinions, your thoughts and your critiques on all of the fragrances that feature in this 365 project, so keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So as always, thank you very much once again for tuning into this episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.